During All-Star Weekend, LeBron James hinted at a possible return to Cleveland when he enters free agency the following offseason. However, for a variety of reasons, that does not fit the Cavs window. As James stated in his remarks, he's been quite impressed with what Koby Altman has developed through the NBA draft and trade market. The door isn't closed on that, James said Saturday to The Athletic. I'm not saying I'm going to come back and play. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what my future even holds. I'm not even sure when I'll be free. After finishing his age 39 season, James is quote-unquote free in the 2023 offseason. At that point, he'll certainly be nearing the end of his stellar NBA career. So is it possible that James will return to Cleveland? As LBJ showed, anything is possible. But a Cavs send-off is more difficult than it appears. So let's look at why that's the case. The Cavaliers already have two All-Stars in Darius Garland and Jarrett Allen, and Evan Mobley is gradually turning himself into a standout player. That young core is consistent and good enough to earn a top 4 seed in the Eastern Conference. Is it worth upsetting things by bringing in a near 40-year-old James if that kind of stability holds and the roster improves? When LeBron joins a franchise, he's used to getting his way. This begins with the front office and roster construction. The man knows how to make an entrance, and he generally brings along a few of his pals. That might not work this time. Cleveland may not be able to afford LeBron James. Even in his older years, LeBron James is worth any amount he wants on a blank check. In his age 38 season, he still scores about 30 points each game, and it's unlikely that that number will drop significantly next year. Can the Cavs really afford it? Yes, if Altman is willing to change the entire look of a rising Cavs club. But why take the chance? It's not worth potentially tearing up a club that's had years to mature into a contender unless James is prepared to sign for a mid-level exception. I don't play middle-level basketball, James explained. I never return for anything below the top. So that's a resounding no from James's end, and it's difficult to blame him. In Cleveland, LeBron will be remembered as a legend. He'll almost certainly be inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame as a Cavalier, and his number will be likely retired in Cleveland's arena sooner rather than later. However, it has taken years for the Cavaliers to develop a youthful core of capable sustaining regular season success in the absence of James. Tearing everything apart for a year or two tops on a retirement tour with LeBron making little sense in the long run. And finally, LeBron James should not be allowed to determine the Cavaliers' draft plans. On Saturday, LeBron indicated that he intends to spend the final year of his NBA career wherever his son plays. "My last year will be played with my son," James said. "Wherever Bronny is, that's where I'm going to be. I would go to any length to spend a year playing with my son. At that moment, it's not about the money." While James has earned that right throughout the course of his 2-decade playing career and multiple individual and team successes, it's not the Cavs' problem. Altman has developed the Cavs squad in the absence of LeBron James, mostly through innovative and successful NBA draft picks. Why would he give up a late first or second round pick on LeBron's son for a year or two of guaranteed James production? It's incomprehensible. With all due respect to LeBron, he no longer has the authority to dictate what a club does in the draft. That has nothing to do with what his ability is as a player, but rather the number of years that he has left. James is unlikely to play until he's in his mid-40s. He's not like Tom Brady. Bronny isn't anticipated to finish in the top 5 of his class. In fact, most estimates don't have him as a lottery pick. That's not an insult to his talent, but it's tough to make that kind of commitment to LeBron right now without knowing what kind of player Bronny will be in the future. What do you guys think will happen to LeBron? Let us know in the comments section down below. Well guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Be sure to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so that you never miss a video. See you guys next time.